Hello, so today's November 19th and my thoughts are still flowing about this awesome change coming my way where I am moving to Friendship, Wisconsin with goals of creating a sustainable lifestyle for my son Liam and I. And you know what? Some of the stuff that I'm dealing with like on a daily basis is pretty intense. So like yesterday, like I was crying a lot and I was dealing with this layer of abandonment. And it's funny because as I'm moving on, and I know there's going to be like a change in my relationships with Nate and my other two daughters. There was this like just layer of like they're going to forget about me or they're going to abandon me, and kind of revisiting that layer that I've experienced in the past. That is something I need to definitely process because it's coming up. And it's interesting because I feel like we allow ourselves to see that layer, and it's something I've been. I joined a community with Kyle Cease, an online community called the Absolutely Everything community. Basically, he's showcasing a lot of his live events, and he's working with us in live online meetings every Wednesday, and just a lot of like inner work and ways to love yourself and to grow and expand. And anyways, so Kyle always says that when you become aware of something, it's because it's leaving you and you're just watching it leave. So that really helped me as I was like feeling all these feelings of abandonment, and I was like, oh, it's leaving me, and I'm just going to be watching this happen. And you know, so when things like that happen, I feel you have this moment and you're just like a mess, and then you feel more free. You really do. And so I did, and I had a better idea of what the future might look like, and that's my son right there. You hear now. This morning I did a lesson with him on the Lorax, something I just printed off. We've been watching it the other day, and me thinking about, you know, eco-friendly living and sustainability. I thought about that movie. He loves Dr. Seuss. And so I did a lesson with him, where we spell and talk, and it was kind of messy, and it was back and forth, and he was up and down, and hi, come here for a second. And, you know, we got through it, and I kept the intention that I'm going to keep going no matter how he presents. And it was really awesome. At the very end, I asked him, what's a place in nature you'd like to enjoy? And he was laying in his bed, and he spelled N-A-P, which is nap. So it wasn't even answering the question. It was communicating with me. And that's, you know, my goal more and more with this move and with everything, is that Liam can integrate energies more, connect with his body, and then be able to express his awesome self to me. Hold on, buddy, I want to finish my video. Okay, I'm taking a video real quick. I'm talking about our changes. Thanks, kiddo. So one thing I was really thinking about is just this idea of integration and repurposing everything in life. And as I'm using something, I'm like, how can I reuse this? How can I turn this into something? You know, how could I not buy these things so that I don't have to figure out how to repurpose them if that's my mission? And just being in that wavelength and that thing, you know, taking responsibility for everything in life feels so good, and it feels so right. It feels like where I want to live. And think of myself living in an earth ship and in this place that integrates the natural light and the water that comes in and utilizes it and just use what I need. I don't have to use more than I need, right? And if everybody did that, you know, how we could shift the planet, and not just a cleaner planet, but what does that mean? What does clean air, what does clean living mean to our spirits and to our body, and what does it do to us? And I want that done to more and more people. And as I see myself struggle with integrating energies, I realize like that could be from integration challenges of the past that then lead to a lifestyle that then I have trouble integrating, and so I have these layers I have to work through because I've been living in a home that's kind of kept things in, And that's just the way society has gone. But now is the time to change that. Now is the time to start the integration process and to connect. And that's what this is to me, unity and connection, and going with that flow and seeing how autism plays such a huge role in that for me, and how maybe in the future, if energies are integrated, maybe autism won't be necessary. Like, there'll be less incidents of autism and the challenges because they're just not necessary for life. And, you know, I want that if it's not necessary. And so that's some of the things I'm thinking of. I'm sure I'm going to have more thoughts along that line. But today it's all about, like, this is something bigger than me. This is bigger than my generation. This is bigger than just my family. It's a mission, and I'm part of, it's not just my mission, like, I'm part of the mission. It's up here, and I'm just tagging myself, plugging myself in to this integration mission.